Hey guys, Sri, Lanka and Sammy. Welcome to the show. I am retired with mom and dad. I am a Canadian citizen living in beautiful Sri Lanka. Semi-retired. I'm a Canadian Sri Lankan citizen. So I'm living here and I'm living the semi-retired life. I'm single. I got no kids. I got no debt. I got no stress. But we're going to talk today about depression, loneliness, sadness, mental health. I'm no expert. I'm no genius. I don't suffer from it, but maybe I can give you some advice on how I don't suffer from it. And maybe that can help you. I don't know. But let's talk about it. Why don't you comment below and let me know what you think, what's going on in your life. How can we as a community help each other right after this? So guys, welcome to the show. Again, I'm Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. And we are here today to talk about something that is not talked about enough, not talked about a lot when it comes to men. We don't talk about depression enough. At least I don't see it a lot. Now, I have never had a problem with mental health. I don't know anyone who has. I don't see it a lot. But again, it's a very private matter, right? And I'm not an expert. If you need help, please reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, reach out to a loved one, reach out to a spiritual leader, anyone, someone who can, and ask for help, okay? Please. All right, ask for help. Really, really important. But since I have never had to deal with this situation, I had someone ask me, and this idea came across to me recently. I said, why don't we talk about how to combat loneliness? Because as a retired person, as you get up older, you don't socialize as much anymore. You know, I used to be a big time socializer. I used to be, you know, the party guy. When I lived, just a little step back here. I'm a Canadian citizen, a Sri Lankan citizen. I was born in China, grew up in Europe, and I lived in Canada for 25 odd years. Then I moved to South Korea for 18 years, and now the last 3 years, I've been in Sri Lanka. So in that time, when I was in Canada, when I was in my youth, I worked in the entertainment industry. And when I was in South Korea, I worked in the entertainment industry, being a club host at one of the biggest nightclubs in South Korea. So I'm a social butterfly. And one of the things I want to do eventually when I retire is become a VIP host at a beach bar, either in the Philippines or Thailand or something like that. Not a DJ, not a manager, but just like a host, you know, socialize with people, make sure they're having a fun time. But how do you combat loneliness being a single guy, not in a relationship, no kids? You know, I have my mom and dad, but you know, dad is old, mom is mom, you know. Although I love mom and dad, mom is, I don't know what to say. What do I say? Guys, listen, I want to make sure you know that my channel is monetized. So please, when you see a commercial, watch it all the way through. I would really appreciate that. It would really help me out, okay? It would really help out the channel. And if you want to support the channel, just watch a commercial. I'm monetized, so it helps. And then if you want to sponsor, just click the link down below, buy me a coconut. I also provide life coaching. So if you want to go into Buy Me a Coconut and go to the members page, you can actually purchase time for me to have a one-on-one conversation with you online. And another thing that I'm going to ask you to do is comment. Whether you want to comment about today's topic, about what ideas you have, what help you've had, or what situations you had, let me know, comment. But if you want to support the channel, just commenting a smiley face or anything will really help me get the channel in front of other people. So, combating loneliness is not easy. And one of the things that can happen is that you jump into the first relationship that you find because you're lonely. So all of a sudden you're like, boom, oh, someone likes me, boom, I'm getting into that relationship. And it's for the wrong reasons. So, you know, I have some friends, I'm not gonna get into details, but I see it. I see it with two friends in particular. I had another friend who was well, I'll just say it, a serial dater. Could not be alone. One was a guy, one was a girl. And I've never known this person to be single. In the 8 years I've known her. And in the 10 years I've known him, he's constantly trying to find someone to get married to, which leading him from one bad relationship into the next. And that's not the way to do it, because that can, I'm not a psychologist or therapist, but I can see how failed relationship after failed relationship could develop into a depression. Now, how do you avoid it? Well, you have to have friends. You have to have good support. You have to have family that loves you. You have to have good friends that you can count on, that you can trust, that share the same joys that you do. Now, for example, Lady Sarah and Princess Jasmine are my two best friends in the world. And I love them more than anything in the world. But our relationship is purely emotional, no physical. Never has been, never will be. And that is because we developed as friends right from the very beginning. I mean, other than Lady Sarah, we did date. We did have an attraction to each other at the beginning, but it didn't last very long. It became a friendship. Never go anywhere else. And I would never date her or marry her. She's way too, personality-wise, is not something. She's not a bad person. She's just, if I was going to make a choice, it wouldn't be that, because it's just so. I don't want to. What do I want to say? How do I say it? Her personality is not a good match for my desire. She wants to do things that I don't want to do. Same thing with Jasmine. Well, Jasmine and I never had that. I mean, she's a stunningly beautiful girl, but and both Jasmine and Sarah are super hyper intelligent. It's not the complete package. And if I'm going to go after, and that's what it is. It's not that they're not perfect. It's just that I am been alone for so long that there is no reason for me to settle for just, you know, an 8 out of 10, a 7 out of 10. It has to be a 10 out of 10. So that being said, how do you combat loneliness and avoid depression? Well, like I said, you have to have good family, strong family that doesn't cause any stress or drama. So I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. I have a family. Now they do cause me stress and drama, but it's limited. And I can get away from it. If I just get back up and leave, like I have next in 60 days, I'm leaving. Oh, and Lady Sarah just booked her ticket. So she's coming for 8 days. Oh, I can't wait to see her. And then I'm gonna try to get Jasmine to come out for either Christmas or New Year. And then Sarah's coming back in February, and we're gonna go to Bohol. So we're gonna be in Cebu. I'm gonna be in Cebu. She's coming to meet me in Cebu. And this time our vacation is going to be pure relaxation. We're gonna sit on a beach resort for 7 days and do nothing. That's the kind of vacation we're gonna do this time. Yeah, we are gonna go out. We're gonna go to island hopping. We're gonna do snorkeling. We're gonna try to do whale watching. But either we'll do it this time or we'll do it next time when she comes in February. All depends on the season. I got to do a little bit more research because she just decided today that she's going to come. We've been talking about it for a long time, but she decided just today that she's going to buy her ticket. So that's the way she is, last minute all the time. Hey guys, Sri Lanka and Sammy, thanks for joining. I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about the channel. I really appreciate you taking the time to support the channel, clicking like, sharing, and commenting. But I need to ask you for a little bit of help and helping me get the channel up and running a little bit better. Please, please click the link down below if you want to support the channel and buy me a coconut. What I will do is I will match the dollars and I will go out and buy fresh fruit and vegetables from local farmers on the roadside. You guys have seen me do that before. I'll continue doing that by supporting the local economy. Passively, if you would like to, you can just watch a commercial. I am monetized, so if you watch an ad all the way through, a couple, that would really help the channel. And even more so, click the link of the ad and let it pop up on your computer. Leave it open for a few minutes. That would really, really help the channel passively. And one last thing, if you could please just put a comment, an emoji, one word saying hello, saying hi, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Happy Vesak, Happy Poya, whatever it is, whenever it is, I truly appreciate it. Sri Lankan Sammy, loving you all. We'll see you all on the other side. So, having that friendship with someone is how I combat loneliness. Meeting my friends and being with my friends gives me the joy that I need in my life. Now, a lot of people say they need that, you know, they can't wait 6 months to see their friends or to be with their loved ones. And I've gotten so used to it that it's normal for me. So the last time I saw Sarah was in late February, March. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So 6 months. And then I won't see her again for another 5 months. And then I won't see her again until August, September of the following year. So every 6 months. Is that enough for me? Yeah. Because if it got to be more, I'd rip my eyes out. Because we're just friends. We're not in a relationship. And if we were in a relationship, it would be crazy. So, I mean, I'm in a unique situation. I am not normal, like in a normal situation like most other people are. So I can't guide you or give you advice. All I can say is you have to sacrifice and balance. Don't settle. Ensure that you take what you want and find someone who is amenable and compatible to you, to your needs, wants, desires, likes, dislikes. So, that being said, I want to talk about depression then. So depression comes when you, I don't want to, like, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm going to say this. You get depressed when you don't have support, when you don't have what you need. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about how to avoid getting into that situation. And you can avoid getting into that situation by... Is that an electric bike? I couldn't even hear that thing, except for the bouncy noises it makes going over the rough road. Anyway, avoiding getting into that situation, I think, is the best advice. How do you do that? Well, have a job you like. Have family and friends who you love and who love you. Be debt-free. Try to eliminate as much stress from your life as possible. Be healthy. What am I doing out here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon is I'm walking. I walk 10,000 steps a day. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon. And then every other day I do cardio. Not cardio, strength training. So I keep my body healthy. I eat healthy. Now, if you need spiritual guidance, go find that. Lady Sarah is very religious. Again, one of the things which we're not compatible. I respect her belief system, but I don't agree with it, which is something that I don't want to say is a deal breaker. I respect her belief system, and I've actually taken her to some significant religious locations so that she can experience that. Had I not been her friend, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have gone. It would have been something I would have never even just thought about. But because she's my best friend and because I know how important that is to her, I did that. And that's something a husband or boyfriend would do. No, it's because she's my friend and because I understand how important her spiritual beliefs are to her, that I accommodated her. Anyway, have someone in your life that is compatible. Have that family and friends. Get rid of stress. And then if you're feeling in any way a disconnect, a tickle in the back of your throat, so to say, in your mind's throat, go talk to someone professional. That's all I can say. You know, don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Don't worry about what anybody else says. They're not the ones who need to deal with it. You are the one who needs to deal with it. So you need to take care of yourself first and avoid, what the hell? People are so loud. Avoid all judgment. Ensure that you manage yourself first. I mean, that's basically what it is, right? I don't have the magic bullet or the magic wand or the golden answer, you know. All I can say is what I have done is I have eliminated the stresses from my life. I set goals and targets where I treat myself. Like, for example, this weekend on Sunday, without mom and dad, I'm going to a beach bar in Port City, and I'm gonna crack open one of the bottles of champagne that I have. I'm gonna eat a delicious meal. I'm gonna listen to good music. I'm gonna sit by the pool and just enjoy my day. Then mom and dad are coming. But having that little reward is what can recharge your mental state. I think that's how I feel. You know, a couple of weeks ago I went to go see the movie. A couple of months ago I went and spent 4 days on the beach at a beach hotel. I did a staycation. So every little while I will treat myself and reward myself. It doesn't mean every day you go to McDonald's or Krispy Kreme, you know. That's not rewarding yourself, that's addiction. you set yourself a goal after you accomplish something. So, for example, I fast 6 days, 5 days a week. And at the end of that, I will reward myself with a pizza. Not a whole pizza, 2 slices. That's it. You know. So once a week, so tomorrow, but because I'm going out on Sunday, I don't know whether I'll do like a huge thing or just like maybe some chicken. But I'll reward myself. And the reward of working so hard all year long, the ridiculous hours tied to my desk, is I go on vacation and I go business class and I get the Silk Route VIP service and I do all of the things that I feel make me happy. Now, when I get to vacation, I'm not doing the ultra luxury everything. I'm gonna take it back a notch so that I can experience what it's like to live there. That way, this will go towards my plan of figuring out how much it's going to cost me to live in a place like this, right? So I don't know if I answered your question. Guys, you want to comment and let me know what you think? Like, how do you combat loneliness? And does loneliness and stress lead to depression? Because I don't know. I've never had to deal with it. And like I said, I'm not a clinical psychologist, I'm not a therapist. If you've had to battle through this or know someone, what advice would you give? Because that's what I want to do, is I want to eventually help people. So I'm going to say this: if you need help, reach out. Please reach out. Don't battle this alone. This is not a battle that you do alone, okay? Anyway, I'm Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. I do the live stream on Wednesdays and Sundays, and vlogs go up on Mondays and Wednesdays, so Mondays and Fridays. So remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. I'm Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. Please be good to each other. And remember, we're not strangers. We're just friends who haven't met yet. We'll see you all on the other side.